And if you see these guys right here, we have some coral that I collected back in June of 2011. These coral are called Tabastria coccinea. These round ones here, orange ones. And these green are dark, the black ones here, they're normally green, but these guys are black right now. This is the latest invasive species of coral in the Atlantic Basin called Tabastria micranthus. We collected it over here in 2006. And it's the basis for our study here. This is what we're studying. This is why we're going out and diving in the Gulf of Mexico in order to study these corals. And as a result of that, when we had the Deepwater Horizon spill, the Macondo well blowout, well, we got crude oil first in this zone, and when they put dispersants on it, it dispersed the oil into a 30, 40 foot thick layer of dispersed oil seawater plume is what I call it. And so, and that's what these organisms are sitting in. Now these guys right here, when we brought them in, they, some of them made our tanks look just like this, but these corals right here represented the best of the bunch. And so those are the ones that we worked the hardest on to quarantine and to rehab. And if you see here, the rest of these tanks, this represents the latest batch that I put in Saturday, and this shows you what they push out of their system and why we have to be on top of our water changes and just routine with our maintenance and giving these guys good water. If you give them good water, they can look like that. If they don't get good water, then they're going to look like this. See this tank right here, we've already pulled our corals out. We pulled the corals out yesterday, and we let this water continue to cycle overnight just to see what would happen. And as you see the foam that it's built up down here, it's got this brown grime on top of the foam. Now that's not usually the type of foam that we see in sea foam. Protein in the water will sometimes make foam like this, sea foam. But we don't see this brown tint to the top of it. And as you see likewise in this tank right here, we have an even thicker area of foam that's even blacker than what you saw down there in that bottom tank. And we believe again that this is what the corals are pushing out of their body and exuding back into the tank. We believe this is the oil that they ingested offshore that they're now pushing into these tanks and trying to get out of their body. So if you'll follow me over here. All right. Now this Vertec light is a UV light to the frequency of what hydrocarbons would fluoresce under a UV light. So what we do is we blocked out the windows here so don't get any light in. And we want to look at these shells and these coral skeletons in order to determine if there's the potential of hydrocarbon contamination. Now, if they fluoresce here in the yellow or in this orange zone, it's heavy tar balls. What we're looking for is to see if it falls in this orange range right here, or possibly something up here in this lighter blue range, which could be crude oil or diesel, which we know there is diesel and we know there is crude oil put into the environment. So that's the colors that we're looking for, either this white, light blue, I believe, and definitely this orange down here. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take these protected eyewear, we're going to take this light, and we're going to shine it at these guys. And we're going to see what color they fluoresce. So for my camera guy, so I don't blind him also.
Let me take a break for a second.
All right.
All right.
All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn the light off, and I'll go over there and I'm going to grab that light, and we're going to see what do we have in our samples. That's that brown stuff on top of that foam we were looking at a while ago. Look how brightly orange that it's glowing. That's amazing. That's all oil that these things have pushed out of their body. Yep, that's fresh oil on top of that foam right there. Oh, now I got it on my hand. Ooh, yuck. You'll want to wash that thing up. Yes. Yep. Well, that's what I wanted to see. Let's see about these, right up here. Yep. Ooh, that's just black. I don't really want to touch it. I don't really want to touch it. And looky there, that's glowing a little orange. This is the dynamic absorbent cloth. On top of that, yep, that's glowing orange. It's hard to get a shot of it though, but I'm sure the dynamic absorbent cloth, we'll run tests on it and we'll find what we've got here. Let's take a break for a second. I might have to zoom in with this finger right there.
Okay, yep.
All right, let's see. There's another one right here. You can zoom in with this finger. Push that toggle down and it'll zoom in. You see it?
Yeah. Oh, no, I don't see this one.
It's in between those two pieces.
Yeah.
Those are the black specks that are on the bottom of this thing. See if I see another one. Yeah, there's another one there. All right. I bet this aquarium's going to be full of them. We'll get this water out of here and we'll see. Let's turn the light back on. Now these are the corals we were just looking at with the light. This is the tank that we were just looking at. And notice these guys are still alive, even though they've had oil on them. Look at those guys opening up. Beautiful. Looks like it's trying to respread. There's a little tissue left there and it might be trying to recolonize.